All right, folks, listen up. Last week, President Trump announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were going to buy more than $200 billion worth of mortgage bonds. And then I actually saw the next morning on CNBC, the head of the FHFA, well, he says it's actually $225 billion. Now, what does this mean? It means that there's going to be more demand. Now, what does that mean for you? Means cheaper rates. As I'm recording right now, rates are lower than they've been in more than 3 years. And it's free to find out how much money you can save right now. But if you've been on the fence waiting for better rates, this could be the second chance you've been looking for, especially if you bought a house or if you've got an interest rate in the fives. It's not a matter of if we can save you money, but a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at savewithconrad.com. And I'm especially talking to you if you've ran up credit card debt. I know there's been a lot of talk about, can President Trump cap the amount of interest that's paid on credit cards? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But here's what I do know. There's a whole lot of folks who feel stuck making minimum payments at like 22%. You know you can do better than that. If you put Christmas on a credit card, what's it going to be before you actually pay Christmas off? May? June? Stop kicking the can. Keep more of your own money right now. And how's this for starters? No payments for the next 2 months. That's right. You don't have to make a payment in February or in March. You're done until April. And come April, you're going to be saving a whole boatload of cash. Find out how much money you can save for free. $500, $600, $700, $800 a month. Just last week, we helped a family save more than $1,000 a month, and you can start saving cash today. Again, there's no cost, no obligation, and if we can't save you some cash, we won't waste your time. Let us run the numbers, see if it makes sense. If it doesn't, we'll part friends. But we're not the bank. We don't say no, we say not yet, but here's how. We got to get a plan, and we want to be your mortgage advisor for life. You've got a friend in the mortgage business, savewithconrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender, savewithconrad.com, or send me an email, conrad@savewithconrad.com. Hey, it's Conrad, the mortgage guy, and you're listening to Grilling JR with the voice of professional wrestling, Mr. Jim Ross. Jim, how are you, man?
I'm good. It's just, I got a lot of snow on the ground here in Norman, and it's cold. So nothing's really changed in my world. It's just dealing with the weather and trying to get my shit delivered. I need milk. I need eggs, that kind of shit. So anyhow, I'm making it. I'm making it.
Well, we're glad you're okay. We're glad you're with us. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about some old school wrestling. There's a lot of news this week as we head into a big week. If you're a WWE fan, or heck, if you're a wrestling fan, the Royal Rumble is a lot of people's favorite event of the year. I have to admit, even when I was a quote unquote lapsed fan, I would still buy the Royal Rumble every year. It was a fun excuse to get some of my guy friends together and have some beers and eat some pizza and think about, hey, who's next? Is the Royal Rumble high on your list? I mean, clearly everybody's pinnacle is Royal Rumble, but or WrestleMania rather, but right underneath that, would the WWE's number 2 show in your mind, is that Royal Rumble or SummerSlam or something else?
I think it's Royal Rumble. I think it's Royal Rumble, but it's a close race between number 2. WrestleMania is going to be number 1.
Of course.
That's not a secret. And so that's taken aside. Set that aside, set that over here, and call it a day. But I think that the Royal Rumble would be number 2, and because the event is what the attraction is. That might not make any sense, but the event, the Royal Rumble, is understood. It's perceived as something significant, and and we move on then to SummerSlam. But SummerSlam is dependent upon what the attraction is. So it's Vince and I used to talk about this all the time. The issue is the Rumble has a brand. It has a identity. And some of my most fun matches I've called have been the Royal Rumble. it's a haul because back in the day, I would I'd always look forward to working the Royal Rumble because it was a very busy pay-per-view. So you'd always try to have some good support matches, and then you move on because the stakes are very high, obviously. So I think I'd go WrestleMania, uh, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam would be my off the cuff guess. It's very subjective, Connie. You know that.
As a fan, I kind of agree with you. I feel like, at least in my fandom, WrestleMania is probably number one, Royal Rumble's number two, SummerSlam's number three. There's something about the format of the Rumble match that I think fans just can't get enough of.
Yeah.
Do you think this might be the most successful, for lack of a better word, gimmick match of all time?
That makes a good argument for sure. Makes a good argument for sure. But I would agree with you on that, Connie. I agree with you on a lot of things.
Well, I'm sure you also agree that it's mighty damn impressive that Saudi Arabia managed to throw together the stadium where this show is going to happen this weekend in like 2 weeks. I don't know if you've seen the progress pics on this, Jim, but
I have not. I mean,
they,
I'd like to see them.
and take a look at this. If you're watching with us over at grillingjr.com, 2 weeks ago, this was a plot of land and now it's an arena. They
Wow.
have the investment that they are throwing into this is next level. It shows you maybe how deep this partnership between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and WWE really is. And when I think back about major WWE PLEs that were international, I almost always gravitate to SummerSlam 92 and WWE, whether it was Triple H or Vince, they would always talk about that as if maybe that was something they wouldn't do in the future because of the difference in the time of day, or maybe it was a tape delay or what have you. I know there were a lot of UK only pay-per-views, but this is really the first time we see a truly major event like a Royal Rumble or a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania be international. And I know some people are going to say, well, there's been WrestleManias in Canada. I mean, outside of North America. Like this is a significant travel opportunity. I think a lot of fans are going to want to know, hey, what should we expect? It is going to feel a little weird watching the Rumble in the afternoon. What do you think? Is that going to make a difference at all?
I think it makes it just very special. I think that the time it's going to air, unique time for us in the Central Time Zone. That's 1:00.
I love it too, by the way.
You know, so that's pretty cool. I do too, Connie. To be honest with you, and it's good timing because there's no football to conflict with it. Football is in recess for a few couple of weeks till the Super Bowl. So I'm kind of curious, and I think being curious of an event is good. People like surprises. We've said that here a million times, and I still believe it to be true to this day. No matter how educated the fans are, no matter what kind of information flow they have or they share, bottom line is that I'm very curious about see how it's going to go, how it's going to look. You know, what time will it be there? Will it be night?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's going to be a nighttime affair in Saudi Arabia, but as you mentioned, we'll be watching about 1:00 here. And you know, AEW last year experimented a lot with matinee shows. Of course, their all-in shows have always been afternoon shows, especially when they were doing them abroad. But even when they did it in Texas last year, because of the Goldberg's last match thing on Saturday night's main event, All In became a matinee affair. I kind of dug that. And
Yeah,
maybe I'm showing my age that I'm getting older and I'm like, I don't want to stay up till 1:00 at night watching wrestling. Let's watch it in the afternoon,
yeah.
especially when the weather's like it is right now. And we're all like, hey, let's go inside. And, I'm looking forward to the Rumble, man. When you think about your favorite Rumble memories, does one stand out? Do you have a favorite Royal Rumble like a lot of fans do?
I think Austin winning his first Royal Rumble would be my off the top of my head guess.
Yeah.
Because we all knew that he was a significant player. He just needed one more accolade to make him even that much more special. And that's what I think. That's what we have here. That situation on your question. I don't remember the year, but I like Austin won. What did he win? 2 or 3 Rumbles?
I think he won 3. I think he won in 97. That was the controversial one. So they came back with the In Your House Final Four in Chattanooga. Then he won it in 98. That's when he went on to beat Shawn at WrestleMania 14. And then lastly, he won it in 2001 to set up Rock and Austin at your favorite WrestleMania, WrestleMania 17. So a lot of great memories for Stone Cold Steve Austin, and everybody wants to know this weekend who's going to win. Let's quickly preview some of the matches. We're going to see Drew McIntyre wrestling Sami Zayn, and this is for the undisputed WWE Championship. A lot of people felt like Cody had that belt forever. Of course, he lost it to John Cena, but he got it back. But now Drew McIntyre carries the belt, and a lot of people are thinking, hey, could this be the feel good moment of the year? Sami Zayn winning the title in Saudi Arabia. If you had to pick a winner, what would you think there, Drew or Sami?
Without question, McIntyre. But they'll have a great match. So if you're only in it for the one loss record, you might be disappointed, because I think McIntyre's a clear-cut favorite to retain his title, and on the way to having a great match with Sami. And isn't it amazing how Sami Zayn's career has developed?
Yes.
It's just, he just was another guy for a long time. For a long time, he wrestled under a mask. So that's a good addition to the card. I haven't even seen. Excuse me, Conrad. I haven't even seen a list of the entrants.
You know what's fun is they haven't even made the full list official, and I think that's what a lot of fans like. I think they're looking for surprises. Let's run through some of the names that have been announced for the men's Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes, of course, is looking to get back his championship gold. That was announced a few weeks ago on SmackDown. He'll be in the Rumble. Gunther will be in the Rumble. So will Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Oba Femi. And as a matter of fact, earlier today, as we're recording on Wednesday, the 28th, they announced Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. Lesnar made it official on the Pat McAfee show. Randy Orton made it official on Get Up. The ESPN partnership is deep for WWE. So
sure is.
We've got 17 announced, I guess, 13 still out there. And of course, that's got all kinds of speculation. People are wondering, hey, who will these surprises be? Will we see Chris Jericho? If you were a betting man, do you think we'll see Jericho in the Rumble?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. He's too smart not to get himself booked on this show for his return. He'll get a big pop. I know I'm especially excited about Big Willie. That's not
about Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, that's not a secret. I mean, he's like I said, I don't know if it's a secret or not. He'll be in the Royal Rumble. I'm thinking, why in the hell would you sign a guy this close to that major event and then not utilize him? And that'll be a new face, and he looks great. He called me a day or two ago, thanking me for my help over the years.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, I said, well, my phone number isn't going to change, big fella. So if you need me for something, need a little motivation, or you need a question answered, or just want to shoot the shit, I'm your man. I want to help you if I can. But I think that's what I feel with everybody in the business. I don't have such a hard on for somebody that I don't want them to do well. That's a bad attitude, man. That's a bad attitude, bad medicine.
Well, to be clear, I don't think you or I, either one, have any inside information.
No,
I don't think it's been made official that Hobbs is in that Rumble. But you're saying if you were head of talent relations and you sign a big time talent like that just days before Rumble, it does feel like that's the logical place, and that makes me want to ask you about Evil. Evil has just made, I guess it's been officially revealed by New Japan that he's not re-signing with New Japan. He's headed to WWE. A lot of people assume we're going to see him debut in the Royal Rumble. What do you think about that? Is there such a thing as there being too many debuts in a Royal Rumble, or do you like this?
Oh, I like it. I like it. I think it's surprises, and especially quality surprises, is a good thing. So, but I'm proud of Willie. He's a family man, and he's he calls his son Bam Bam, little guy. But I hear he's a hell of a football player. So I'm happy for his quality of life will change. And I'm not saying it's going to change for the better, and he's and Triple H is paying him more money than we would dream. I think he's getting a good, fair contract. I didn't ask him about it specifically, but he seemed to be very happy, and I'm proud of him, and I'm glad because he went through a lot of shit. He worked through the COVID stuff and all the limitations that put on talents, the pressure involved. So he'll get a nice reception, and I do believe he'll be in the Royal Rumble. Now, I don't have any inside information either. I don't, I didn't query him about his status or what he thought was going to happen. But good guy though, man. And if they get him in the right program, and why wouldn't they? He can work. He looks great. If anybody has the quote unquote Vince McMahon look, he has it. And I think then that fits into Hunter's preferences, body guy, but a body guy that can work. And that's a hard combination to find.
Hey man, my debit card's pretty boring, but we could fix that with the new way that you can personalize your card on a Cash App card. You see, Cash App just released a new status program for the way people actually spend, and it's called Cash App Green. It unlocks new ways for you to pay, get rewarded, and easily grow or manage your money on your terms. Now, if you spend at least $500 a month with the Cash App card or on Cash App Pay, you earn Green status, which unlocks benefits like up to $200 of free overdraft coverage, higher borrow limits, and customized personalized cashback offers every Friday at places you love to shop. Turn everyday spending into status with Cash App Green. Download Cash App today or visit cash.app/new to learn more about this and all the great new features that are launching right now. And for a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code CashApp10 in their profile at sign up, and then send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank. Member FDIC. Cash App Green, overdraft coverage, borrow, cashback offers, and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. I want to spend a little bit of time and talk about some of the betting favorites for the Royal Rumble. You can actually bet on wrestling now. BetOnline.com actually listed some of the odds, and they show that LA Knight is plus 650. Cody Rhodes is plus 450. Braun Breaker is plus 450. Sami Zayn is plus 400. And Roman Reigns is plus 175. So the betting favorite is Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I can see that.
I can see that too.
Yeah, I can see that. But that's what makes the event, without a name mentioned, what we are currently discussing here on the show. That's why it makes this event so special. It has a strong aura of unpredictability, and but you can bet your ass, big boy, that I'll be sitting here and trying to stay warm in Norman. I'm looking out the window now in my office, and it's snow friggin' everywhere. So, but that gives me. It's I don't know if it was by accident or what. But man, oh man, it's working out to be great. There's nothing on TV at that time for a sports fan to immerse himself in, except college basketball and the NBA. But if you're not a basketball person, you don't care about those events anyway. So I'm hoping that they have a successful event. They don't have any technical problems or anything along those lines. But that fun fact on that stadium is pretty damned amazing.
It is. It's really impressive. I want to ask you about surprises. You know, you were a part of a lot of Royal Rumbles, and a big part of those shows, of course, are the surprises.
Mhm.
How difficult is it, or what are some best practices you could have to keep some of these surprises from leaking out? Like, no one has officially confirmed that we're going to see Jericho or Hobbs or Evil or any of these other guys, but
Right.
with everybody so accessible with the internet now, like once upon a time, the internet is something that didn't exist or people did on their computer when they got home. And now, man, it's in our pocket just all day long. Chat me up. How do you keep that a secret now in 2026?
You try to convince the talents who have been advanced information. In other words, they know they're going to be in the match, keeping their mouth shut. Everybody can't. Hey, I'm going to be in the Rumble. Well, if it's somebody that you know is not going to win, and really, how do you know that? Anybody could win the damn thing. It's a way you make talent. It's a way you separate people. It's a hell of a concept, but you got to everybody's got to keep their mouth shut and allow the element of surprise to be an element, to be an important element. So that's where I think you got to convince the talents. Hey, look, part of the charm of this damn thing are the surprises, and so let's make it a surprise as far as we can. So you ain't got to worry about what somebody else says. Just worry about what you're saying, and it's not smart to to share your love. They're going to know anyway tonight. So and I think WWE's done a damn good job, Connie, of keeping what information they have available off the screen, off the grid.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I'm looking forward to seeing these surprises. You know, there's rumor and innuendo that we may see Seth Rollins back, that maybe Charlotte Flair could be returning. Who knows? We watch these shows for the big surprises and the big moments. Of course, everybody wants to know, it is in Saudi Arabia, and we saw they just built a stadium lickety split for this event.
Yeah.
So they've got what feels like just an endless amount of cash to invest in making sure that this.
Yeah, I don't think the cash flow is a problem.
So that's my question. Do you think
Yeah.
there's a chance we hear the glass break during the Royal Rumble?
Not no, but hell no.
Okay.
It's a long airplane flight.
Yeah.
To a guy that's got his body's in pieces. And so, the longer you sit, the more challenging it becomes. So, look, I'd love to be more optimistic and not be have I don't have an attitude about it, but it's just the travel is prohibitive. In my as much as I know Steve Austin and I know him pretty good.
We know that Triple H made a appearance on ESPN. He says there's a lot of surprises in store, but also it's one of the most star-studded Rumbles that I can recall. So people are fired up. They're ready for this one. Of course, on the women's side of things, they've announced quite a bit of talent for that show as well. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bailey, Lyra, Asuka, Chelsea, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Slash Legend, Maxine Dupree, Becky Lynch. There's a who's who of the ladies. It will be interesting to see what legends that we see there. If you're curious, though, Liv Morgan is the betting favorite at -125, followed by Bianca Belair at +200, Rhea Ripley at +300, Tiffany Stratton at +600, and then it kind of falls off a cliff with Charlotte Flair at +1200. So the internet believes our winners will be Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan. Can't wait for us to talk about it next week here on the show. But the thing that everybody's talking about right now is AJ Styles. And I think we may have stumbled across the fact that we have all accidentally, without knowing it, been watching AJ Styles' retirement tour. He had a series of phenomenal matches this last year, pardon the pun, but he got to say goodbye in Japan and he got to go toe to toe this past Saturday night on Saturday night's main event against one of his great New Japan rivals, Nakamura. They had an incredible match, probably one of the best matches we've seen Nakamura have in a long time. For whatever reason, he hasn't been featured a lot on WWE programming, but
well, that'll do it for your attitude, and that'll do it for your positioning. You know, the music's not all going to be the same, and so I always try to do my job and embellish what I was seeing on my monitor, and that's where I think that's where a talent like Nakamura. I saw Nakamura in Japan, and he was it fascinated me. I can't relate to fans saying, I hate that guy. He's horrible. He can't work, you know, whatever. Boy, he got over in Japan in a big way. So I think he's been. It speaks to the challenge of having a foreign talent in a key position. But you know, he can cut a promo now. He's in good shape. So Nakamura, I'm not saying he's going to win the Rumble. I'm just saying that he'll make a great appearance. He'll have a good cameo, because they're all cameos, Conrad. Hell,
yes.
So and he knows how to work, so he knows how to maximize his minutes, which is a key thing to any ball player or NBA guy, whatever. So I don't know, man. I think the jury's still out, and I'm sure that many of the talents, more so than not, have not one clue what they're doing. They have been told, and I don't have a problem with that either, because it's been proven that when you tell them what they're going to do, they talk to their buddies, and they got a friend that's, you know, runs a convenience store, or they got somebody that's related to wrestling, being either a major fan or whatever. I think that I think that we're in for a lot of surprises, and I don't think you can have too many of them. I think it's all a matter of the order in which they appear, and but I love surprises.
It feels like we're going to be in store for a lot of surprises. I'm curious, you know, who's going to lead in eliminations? Will it be Obafemi? Will it be Gunther? Will it be Brock Lesnar? It feels like they try to make a star every year based on who can last the longest, who has the most eliminations, and then of course who wins the doggone thing. But the real winner for us this last year has been the fans. AJ Styles has put on an incredible but quiet retirement tour.
Yeah.
We saw him face Cody Rhodes in an incredible atmosphere for the title on pay-per-view. One of the better matches that I saw last year. Of course, him and Finn Balor had a chance to hook it up. We saw him and John Cena.
We need to see more. We need to see more of Finn Balor, in my opinion. He could be better utilized on TV than he has been recently. He's a hell of a hand. Hell of a hand. AJ, you know my thoughts on AJ. I think the world of him. I've been amazed at how his career has advanced and progressed, and he's a guy that's, what is he, almost 50?
48.
40, yeah, it's almost 50, and so I'm going to miss him. But he's had a great career. He's a credit to the business. And so guys like that will always find work if they are seeking such. And so he may be out of, he may not be in the what's the word I'm looking for, the success, the progression or succession or whatever. He may not be on that list anymore, but you can bet your ass if they need him, he'll always be in good shape. He could work with anybody, baby face or heel. So I don't think we've seen the last of AJ, but I think we've seen the last of AJ on a regular basis. Those days are history, or seemingly.
The rumor and innuendo is that AJ is going to be sticking around WWE. I imagine he would find work as a producer or some sort of an agent. But
I'd stick his ass in Orlando. and helping monitor, mentor some of those kids. And it's an easy flight. He flies out of Atlanta. There's a lot of flights from Atlanta to Orlando.
Yep.
And so that's where I would strongly consider placing him, because it's always good to have a fresh set of eyes and a fresh voice. And he's both those things. And he seems to me of the coachable type. I think he likes mentoring. I think he likes helping, and he can't get. He's not going to give anybody any bad advice. So and he didn't want their spot. So I hear that occasionally. Oh, he's going to get he wants such and such a spot. Okay, get over yourself, sunshine. Good kid.
We're all big AJ fans here, and he had a phenomenal match this past Saturday against Nakamura. He had a really nice match against CM Punk on Monday Night Raw. And a lot of people are really struggling with the fact that, hey, that may have been AJ's last Monday Night Raw. And try as I might, I've never really considered AJ as much of a WWE guy as a TNA guy. And I know that's just because that's where I saw him first.
Yeah.
In reality, he had far more matches in WWE than he did TNA. Do you consider AJ Styles a TNA guy, a WWE guy, a New Japan guy, something else?
Something else might be more appropriate than anything I could come up with off the top of my head. But he's, I'd say he's a WWE guy, because that's the biggest stage. They appeal to more TVs. It's more organized than they're more organized now than they were when I was there, I think. And I'm not knocking anybody's company, including my own in AEW. So it's I think he's a WWE guy. I can understand the logic that some may utilize for him being a TNA guy, but TNA's kind of fallen off the map. I don't mean to be catty, but they're not. They should be having a bigger footprint than they are, and I think that's a issue to be discussed at some other time. But in any event, I'm just a big AJ Styles fan. However, a smart administrator can utilize his skill set, his communication abilities, pull that knowledge out of him, and let him share it with other talents, because they're going to be able to relate to him a lot more than they are Oba Finney or whatever it is. He's a big son of a gun. He's not going, and AJ is never going to be 300 pounds. If he is, then he's become a blimp. So I don't think that's going to happen. He's an athlete, and he takes pride in his athleticism.
Let me ask you something, Jim. WWE, everybody's been talking for the past, I guess, year now, that since they've started doing this Unreal series, where it's a peek behind the curtain on Netflix, and you get to see how the sausage is made. Well, we saw them pull off a pretty cool little ruse last year. Leading into SummerSlam, Seth Rollins was injured, and then we revealed that nope, he was not injured. He took off the brace, dropped the crutches, cashed in his money in the bank, and beat CM Punk for the world title. It was the ruse of the century, or whatever they called it. Part of me wants to know, do you think they could be doing that here with AJ? Because the stipulation for him and Gunther is, if Gunther wins, AJ has to retire. And here we are speaking as if it's a foregone conclusion he's going to retire. But the stipulation is, if Gunther beats AJ has to retire. But if AJ beats Gunther, he's got his spot in the Rumble. Is there a chance that in a feel-good moment, AJ somehow beats Gunther and then wins the doggone Rumble and gets a title shot for night one of WrestleMania, and he ends his career with one WrestleMania main event?
It's not far-fetched. I don't know. That could happen. And if it does, it'll be, people will talk about it.
Yeah, they will.
And the brand will be enhanced and spread out. You know, AJ's got a lot of fans. He's been on top forever. and so he's gotten great exposure. And so I don't know. I think this whole thing is yet to be played out, and time will tell.
We'll know this Saturday.
That's right.
Nakamura went to Instagram and had a really nice post about Cody, or I'm sorry, about AJ, but he wrote, I asked him, when are you going to retire? He answered, the Royal Rumble. I've already decided. So if this is all a ruse, they're laying it on pretty thick, and I kind of hope it is, because I want to believe. I think we as wrestling fans, we want to believe, and we still love the matches. And I love the match this past Monday, what we saw between AJ and CM Punk. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we have JR jump on a call and call an old AJ Styles CM Punk match? Because long before these guys met in WWE, and I think the announcers may have actually said, for the first time in their career, well, for the first time in their WWE career, but these guys hooked it up on a regular basis on the independents, and certainly in Ring of Honor. That's where I first saw them. So we're going back to the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Tournament. This would have been the final round from Valentine's Day 2004. So at this point, Ring of Honor is just shy of their 2-year anniversary, and they're calling this the second anniversary show. And they had a heck of a match. This is the finals here, AJ Styles and CM Punk. And the winner is going to become the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. I like that we're getting to watch a little AJ CM Punk here. This is going to be a treat, Jim.
It can't be bad, Connie. It can't be bad. It's impossible. The only thing is, the only unknown element is my ability to tell a story. And I hope folks understand that, I'm not trying to pass this off like I'm doing it live from the event. It's more of a review to point out strategies and just try to enhance the story that these guys are already telling. So it'll be fun. It'll be a great match. I haven't seen it. I love being able to call something new, because at my stage of the game, that's not easy.
All right, guys, by now you know what a big fan JR is of Blue Chew, and he's pumped about Blue Chew Gold. If you haven't already heard, Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. Now, this ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. No, sir. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and the connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue, and it works in as little as just 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. We're talking elevation without hesitation, peak passion and peak performance, all in a single tablet. Forget Netflix and chill. This is Netflix and fill. Make your life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with the promo code JR. That's promo code JR. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring today's podcast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is all brought to us by Honor Club. I want to give a quick plug to them. If you haven't already, I suggest that you subscribe to Honor Club. Ring of Honor has all the classics. Not only do you get the current stuff and the current PLEs and the weekly Ring of Honor show, but you get all the archives, and that means all of them. Guys like Bryan Danielson, guys like Seth Rollins, guys like CM Punk, guys like AJ Styles. And we're about to watch, I would say, a rematch for Monday night, but this is 22 years ago now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look from Braintree, Massachusetts, the second anniversary show, Valentine's Day 2004. It's CM Punk and AJ Styles in Ring of Honor.
Well, here we go. This should be amazing. 2 of the greatest in-ring talents currently earning a living in pro wrestling. A little handshake. I like the handshake, but I like the fact that AJ is standing his ground. Fans are so eagerly anticipating this matchup. Both these guys are so skilled, and they're replaying this match as best they can in their minds. Punk's got to protect his leg. AJ knows that, so I would expect somewhere sooner than later we'll see AJ start to work on Punk's leg. Referee's getting a little bit too much camera time. I guarantee, unless he's got family here, nobody came to see him. AJ quickly getting into the bottom rope. That calls for a break. Now we got all kinds of personalities. Referee's trying to get himself over. Punk's still on the leg. AJ is just going to try to stay away from that attack. Boy, I love to see a good collar and elbow tie up when guys are doing it and they're serious about it. That's pretty damn serious right there. And they're holding this collar and elbow tie up, trying to gain superiority on one side of the fence or the other. Ring of Honor's got so many great matches in their collection. And the two lads almost got counted out. A lot of calamity and chaos and confusion. Whoa. Both these guys are in great shape. CM Punk over the top. That's taking AJ out of the picture for a moment. But that's all CM Punk needs is the moment. He'll beat your ass, and he'll submit you, he'll pin you, he'll hurt you. AJ's reputation is a little bit more catch-as-catch-can style. You know, a match like this, two strong personalities, two uber talented guys. The ringside area, for my comfort, is a little too crowded. AJ looking great, I tell you that. He's always in great shape. Whether he was an active wrestler now or next thing, look at that. Punk, there's nothing but concrete under his landing pad. So obviously it's somewhat tongue-in-cheek saying it's a landing pad. Who the hell would want to land on a concrete floor? Not this old fat Okie, I can tell you that right now. Here comes AJ. Where he landed, it won't sprain any ankles. Punk now is obviously, and it's important to note, he is he's always strategizing. And right now, CM Punk has the advantage. Oh, look at this. Look at this offense. And look at this counter. These guys can do it all. AJ in trouble, but AJ's put on some muscle mass. And he makes it to the bottom rope. That'll create a break. CM Punk is one of the most calculating and cerebral main eventers I've ever seen. Near fall earned by AJ Styles. AJ grew up in Georgia. He grew up around great wrestling back in his era. As a kid, Georgia Championship Wrestling was the Mac Daddy. I'd give that lady this, right, that woman right there, here's $100. Go buy yourself a cup of coffee. AJ taking you can tell the sense of urgency for AJ Styles. He's got some sort of an injury. Again, Punk in control. He's driving the bus right now. Oh, what a brainbuster. Shades of the late Dick Murdoch. And a near fall. So Punk was at 1 second away from getting to the promised land. But that would not be a good thing for AJ. Punk able to escape, and that's damn sure not what AJ Styles was looking for. I swear to God, if that lady don't stop slapping the ring, I'm going to get up and take a walk. Leg focus. It's interesting to see how the strategies evolve. As CM Punk did not think AJ's leg was damaged goods. Is he working on an arm or his neck or something? Wide base, a lot of balance. With that balance comes punishment. That referee has showed us his count now about 4 times. Unique system in Ring of Honor in that era. That's one way for you to get your opponent to give you his arms. Well, back to the leg. That's smart wrestling. Folks, as I said, it's one of the most cerebral wrestlers I know that I've ever known. AJ's got to become very resourceful and hit something big that hurts. Styles still limping. Punk trying to recover. Punk needs that adrenaline rush. He's got to create some offense, some sudden and powerful offense. The same can be said for AJ Styles. Up there in the high rent district, the dangerous high rent district. Not the neighborhood I don't want to live in. But nobody asked me. Thank God. Face first. I don't know who's hurt worse, AJ Styles or CM Punk. God almighty. Stop it, woman. Well, who gets the vertical base first is going to have a distinct advantage. No doubt about that. Both men exchanging strikes. The elbow, the chop. You're not going to see as many chops, I don't think, in this match as we have become accustomed to. AJ, that compact body, exploded off the canvas and catches. He caught CM Punk with a innovative offense. Now, if I'm Punk, or excuse me, if I'm AJ Styles, maybe we get a count-out victory. All right, lady, you got your camera time. We'll see you. I can say this, though, Punk is a tough bastard. Really, really tough. He could be tough in a bar as easily as he could be tough in the ring. And now we're right back at it. Man, that's a counter. Leg lariat, leg hook. I got a long 2 count. Now the referee's communicating with the lady at ringside. That's a good investment of your time. Punk seems to have gotten a second wind, as my granny might say. Hard chop right across the pec. Punk pulling a Shawn Michaels and tuning up the band. Both men taking risks. A-Track trying to belly to back suplex CM Punk. There's a counter. Modified pile driver. I'm not so sure how much of the head and neck that CM Punk got. AJ ain't moving. Ain't moving much anyway. Referee does have nice shoes. Man, isn't it interesting how the audience has changed? These guys are fighting their ass off. AJ gets to the rope. He's climbing the ropes. It's AJ Styles. What's on his mind now? Kick to the head. 3 of them. And downstairs goes CM Punk. He got up limping. Uh-oh. Look out! Folks, this should do it. But it doesn't. What the hell is going on? That must be, I guess I'm reading a thought cloud above AJ's head. What the hell is going on? I beat everybody with that move. But everybody isn't CM Punk. Tougher than a $2 steak, no doubt about that. AJ contemplating his next offensive move. Punk looking to cover, hook the leg. Another long 2 count. It's still anybody's ball game. These guys have battled the hell out of each other. And they're going to be sore for several days after this one concludes. Punk stepping outside to the apron. Dangerous place to be because there's no padding on him. Uh-oh. Getting ready for a crash of some sort. I think AJ's got the advantage in the catch-can stuff. Punk more of a dirty boxer, as they say in the MMA world. These guys are working like hell to gain an advantage. That Pele kick found his mark. Look at Punk. Now's when AJ needs to go for the pin. Punk in trouble. One, two, three, it's over. That was a hell of a wrestling match, folks. That was a hell of a wrestling match. Punk's still active in his career with WWE, and of course, AJ's had an amazing career. He earned it in the Ring of Honor, which is where we are right now. And this look back. Fans seem to be a little surprised that that AJ won. Great wrestling match. Really, really good.
And there we have it. AJ Styles is your new Ring of Honor Pure Champion. We hope you guys enjoyed that half as much as I did. Tell a friend. JR is doing what he does best. He is the voice of wrestling, and he's revoicing some old classics. Again, that entire match and all of the Ring of Honor archives are available to you on Honor Club. So if you like that, you got to go check it out. There's a lot more great AJ stuff on there, Punk stuff on there, Kenny Omega stuff on there. There's something for everybody on Honor Club. And speaking of something for everybody, Jim, I think that's the catchphrase for jrsbbq.com, don't you think?
I think so. I got these new caps in. I got the crimson, and I've got some black ones that have a little different design. So we got that going for us, something new. We've sold so much product that sometimes you get in a cycle where you think that your bottler will have everything, can turn things around quickly. Sometimes they can, and sometimes they can't, because they make product. They put this product together for multiple clients, but nobody else uses our recipe, and Mama and Granny's. So there's where that is. I just want to. Oh, Stephen Lake's sick right now, Conrad. He's in the hospital with pneumonia.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he's in a bad way. He told me this morning that he was getting better, and which I was happy to hear. He's such a valuable member of our team that I don't know what I'd do without him. So we need our prayers need to go out to Stephen Link, and hope he's kicking out sooner than later and making a big comeback. So. But you're right about our menu has our product line has a lot of different items in it. There's Will does a good job putting those things together. Books, personalized stuff. You know, now that I'm back here in Oklahoma, it's easy. It's a lot easier for me to sign things and personalize them. Ask. Well, I don't mind doing that. So you can see this is some of the things we have there. We're going to be adding to it, but. If we were out of something the last time you looked, like the hot sauce, don't give up on us. It's not a matter of me. They're waiting on me or me to pay them. It's a matter of them having time to get to it. So, and it's hard to manage that. Inventory control is challenging, to say the least. But I hope you'll try it. Try a bottle. See what you think. And you'll get my thanks and my family's thanks. So it's all good. I used our products last night on something. It's all good. But anyway, it's all good, Conrad. Thanks for bringing it up. JR'sBarbecue.com is a nice little spot. If you don't do anything else, to log on and then watch it. Look at my products, and don't miss the boat by not ordering and sampling. Somebody had never ordered our ketchup, and they raved. I got rave reviews. I'm getting where I like the hot barbecue sauce, but I like spicy stuff. So anyway, I really appreciate everybody's business. It's challenging right now for us here in Norman because we've got all this damn snow and deliveries are late and they run out of this and run out of that. But I guess that's a good problem to have. So I thank you all for your business and hope you'll try a bottle and of our products, any of them, and see what you like. I think you'll be happy that you did. It's affordable and it tastes good. And I sign bottles and stuff. We ship them out. It's just a good little family run website. JR'sBBQ.com.
Jim, before we let you get out of here, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that you and I are actually recording on the anniversary of Andre the Giant's passing.
Wow.
He passed on this day back in 1993. And I know that, that sort of his passing predates your journey into WWE, but that doesn't mean you never got to spend any time with Andre. Can you tell us Andre stories from back in the day?
Well, Andre was a unique personality, and seriously, Conrad, if he likes you, like that look on his face right there, then you're home free. He's very loyal, and he's very soft-hearted. So I love my part-time relationship with Andre, because when I would see Andre, he would be coming into the Mid-South Territory and working for the Cowboy. And that's one of the ways that Cowboy got around the NWA dues and all that stuff, which was a racket anyway. So Andre didn't want to lose his bookings in Mid-South. And another reason he didn't want to lose them, Cowboy had a plane. Cowboy was a good pilot. And then he got a pilot. So, but Cowboy had a plane. And when you're a guy as big as Andre, it's flying is the best option you could ever come up with, and it worked out pretty good. Then when we landed, wherever it was, there's two cars there, one for Cowboy and Andre, and one for me to go run my errands, i.e., boxes of chicken, wine, vodka, all kinds of stuff. And then I went to the arena, and I either going to referee a match, or I was going to do some ring announcing, which I never did like a lot, but no, I wasn't very good at it. So anyhow, Andre was a unique guy. And I know you could tell when somebody, like the Freebirds, for example, and I appreciate Michael Hayes listening to this show or watching it, whatever. But they just they rubbed him the wrong way from the get-go, and he never forgave them. But that's the old school French guy. And but I always enjoyed being around him. I liked it when we went to dinner, because I would go along to pick up the check unless Cowboy insisted that he do it. He's going to pay for it anyway. So it was good. I never had a crossword with him. And right now on Facebook, it seems like there's a lot of Andre stories. So, don't judge a book by its cover. My wound doctor, I thought was coming today. She's coming tomorrow. That's why I was a little hair late today. But anyway, things with Andre were never dull, and he sold tickets. And that's how everybody, the territory, made their money, was on ticket sales. We didn't have a marketing department. We didn't have, I think at one time, I designed Buck Robley t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
and Dick Murdoch shirts and cowboy shirts, and they're online someplace. I don't know if they're for sale, but check it out. If you find them, Bull, if you find those pictures of those shirts, there's three guys. Uh, Maybe next week we can pop on screen just for a little nostalgia.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. I got to go find that. And I hope you have a fun time finding the Royal Rumble this weekend. There's a lot of confusion.
Yeah, what is that? How do I watch it, Connie?
The ESPN app. Domestically here in America, we're going to need the ESPN app, and I think we'll be purchasing a pay-per-view. But if you're international, you can watch on Netflix. So however you're going to watch, we hope you enjoy the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about it next week, and we want to know from you guys because we're going to be checking the comments. Who do you think is going to win? Let us know in the comments below. I freestyled a guess. I think, and I'm going to go with it, and I know the internet's going to clown on it. I'm going to say AJ Styles is going to win the damn thing, and it's going to be a fun surprise for everybody. At least that's what I hope. But I know that no matter what, we're going to have a blast with the Royal Rumble. And if this is really it for AJ, we hope that we have paid him some respect today, watching one of his classics with CM Punk. We've actually got a lot of great matches lined up later this year on our schedule, including 3 or 4 more for AJ, because when we made the schedule, we'd all heard the rumor like, hey, this is his last year in wrestling.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't imagine that meant on February 1st it was going to be over, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping to see more AJ. Lots of rumor and innuendo out there. I guess WWE has trademarked career killer. Most people would assume that means that's going to Gunther.
Yeah.
But there's even a report that popped up since we've been recording, and I don't have this confirmed, that WWE has trademarked the term Judas, which we know was the Judas effect, was the name of the finisher that Chris Jericho used in AEW. So we'll see. One of the more exciting pay-per-view weekends of the year, the Royal Rumble is on deck. If that's it for AJ, man, we hope you go out with a bang and tear it down with Gunther. And we'll see you guys next week right here on Grilling JR. Make plans to join us. Tell your friends to check us out. You can actually watch wrestling matches and JR calling those matches. And you can only get that here at grillingjr.com. Jim, thanks for all the time today, man.
You bet, buddy. I enjoyed it. I like those old matches, and it's new to me. It's all fresh.
Yes.
It's all new. I don't know I haven't memorized their pinning sequences and things of that nature. It's all when you folks are watching it, and if you haven't seen it, then you and I are in the same boat. And I like that's a good boat to be in. The seas, like George Costanza said, the ocean was angry that day, my friend. So maybe I'm the only Seinfeld fan here. But anyhow, I had this day was good. It's fun. And we got some, like you said, I saw a little somewhere I saw maybe from Bull Ramus or you or somebody, other matches we're going to be calling. And it just, man, it got me excited. It's good stuff, man. I saw one where we had, was it Jerry Briscoe and who was it? Jerry Briscoe. We have Briscoe and Hodge.
Yep, and we're going to be watching Briscoe and Jerry Lawler in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's great. I mean, I love that you're excited about it. We've got some old school stuff like that, but we've got some more modern stuff too. Like we'll be watching Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness, or CM Punk and Samoa Joe, or Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega. All of this is available on Honor Club. You don't have to wait until we cover it. Go check out Honor Club today or hang out with us. Hit the subscribe button here at grillingjr.com. And in the coming weeks and months, good old JR is going to voice them over. Yep. This was a blast today, Jim. I hope your snow melts. I hope you get some groceries delivered. I hope you enjoyed the Royal Rumble, and we'll be back next week and talk a little Super Bowl preview. How's that sound?
We damn sure will. And hey, how did our predictions come out? I know I picked New England.
I picked the Rams, and I
think I did too.
Yeah, so the Seahawks are going. So Seahawks and Patriots, here we come. I know we got a lot of time, but if you were a betting man, what would you pick right now?
Seattle.
Yeah, me too.
Defense, field position, and defense. and I underestimated the abilities of their head coach. I was not that familiar with him. You know, when you live like you and I do in a central time zone, sometimes those Seattle games, that's not the game that gets picked up in your area. And so anyway, it's exciting days lie ahead. That's all I can say.
Can't wait. Hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, and we'll see you next week right here on Grilling JR.
See you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Love you.